There's been 15 YouTube boxing events in 2023 and over 100 wait, what? 100 fights in total. So because we're nearing the end of this year, I decided why not go over the top 5 best YouTube boxing fights we got. Now these fights are not only going to be based off of how they ended, but we're also going to look at who they were against. So for example, if Jake Paul beat Pineda, it won't be ranked as high as if Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson. Starting things off at number 5, we have an unexpected one, OJ Rose vs Callum Lizard. Now although Callum wasn't the greatest boxer in this scene when he fought OJ Simpson, he at least had some experience with one fight and one win under his belt. And I just couldn't leave this out the list. That was, maybe he was trying to punch Michael Jackson or something, I'm not really sure. But even in the second round, OJ Rose was getting absolutely destroyed as Callum was landing massive punches, throwing left and right combinations, but then OJ just pushed him off like he was perfectly fine and came back with some heat of his own, penetrating Callum Lizard harder than the 3,000 men Logan Paul's fiance slept with. So you can see how competitive this fight is, with both boxers going back and forth at each other, but then in the third round, OJ Rose backed Why is OJ taking a knee? Yo, is Lizard good? Is he okay? Okay, we have to search up what happened to Callum Lizard. Bro, what the hell? Bro, this man used a drug to enhance his boxing skills and still lost. Bro, what the hell? Is he this bad? Bro, this man sucks ass. Okay, well, what a turn of events. Going into number 4, we have Ed Matthews vs Swarms. If you've ever beaten the almighty GOAT Swarms, you should automatically be entered in the top 10 best YouTube boxers. I mean, just look at his record. A loss, a win, a loss, a no contest, and a loss. Yo, I thought his record was better than that. What the hell? This man's also dog shit. But if anyone knows what happens in this fight, you should understand why it's in this list. I mean, we can literally react to the entire thing in this video. So as soon as the fight started, you can see Ed Matthews being the aggressor, throwing a lot of feints and being bouncy on his feet, and what Swarms should have been doing is throwing his jab to keep Ed back and maintain control. But for some reason, this man just stood there like he saw KSI's forehead, so Ed Matthews just threw a couple more feints and my man really folded to the ground like a Samsung Galaxy, the sponsor of the— no, I'm kidding. This was definitely one of the fastest YouTube boxing wins of all time, and Swarms didn't even land a punch. Like, how is that even possible? And for those of you wondering what Swarms is doing now after taking an L of this magnitude, well, he started recording OnlyFans and giving away money to anyone who can beat him in Fortnite. Moving on to number 3 now, we have Saul Poppy vs Josh Brookner. A lot of people thought Saul Poppy was gonna lose this fight, not only because Josh looked like an entire mountain and Saul Poppy looked like a hamburger, but also because Josh actually had a 4-2 MMA record before this fight and also a 2-0 boxing record. And Saul Poppy was obviously known as a pretty good boxer before this fight happened, but his wins were against Halal Ham, one of the worst boxers in this scene, and also Andy Worski, who looked like a drunk uncle in the fight. I mean, just look at his stance. This fight was pretty much back and forth the entire time. Sometimes Salt Poppy would land nice shots, but then Josh would come back with nice shots of his own. And we can see the same thing at the start of round 2. Salt Poppy lands a nice left, but then Josh comes back with a jab of his own and then lands a big left hook, even though Salt Poppy acted like it didn't face him whatsoever. But the thing is, right here Salt Poppy was acting like those shots didn't face him, but I wonder what happened in this fight. No, but I think we all know what happens next. Salt Poppy lands this crazy counter left hand which puts Josh on the ground, and that was it. Now I know no one probably cares about this, like who asked, no one asked, sending a UAV to see who asked. But the reason why Salt Poppy landed that counter shot was because Josh Brookner was throwing the same combination of punches like every 4 seconds, so Salt Poppy knew exactly when he should throw his punch to land it clean. Coming in at number 2, we have KSI versus FaZe Temper. KSI was obviously the favorite going into this fight just because he has had way more experience and Temper took this fight on 2 weeks notice, but some people still thought Temper was gonna win just because he did have a 4-inch reach, he was 4 inches taller than KSI and is in general a good boxer. And Temper did land some nice punches, scoring a quick right hook here and then landing 2 more quick jabs on KSI's 18-meter head. But literally none of that mattered because KSI knocked him out 40 seconds later by landing this nasty 1-2 combination, 360, 520, 780, 990, no scoping Temper, and that was it. I honestly think this was the best knockout this year just because of how clean it was and also because it was in the first round, but the one fight I think that was better than this was the most recent one, Jake Paul vs Andre August. The only reason this fight is above KSI's is because of their opponents. Andre August is You get what I'm saying, or am I just a dumbass? And Jake's defense was also way better than KSI's, as you can see here. Jake was basically dodging almost all the punches coming his way while landing nice combinations of his own and then moving away from Andre's punch once again. The only nice punch Andre August landed this entire fight was this one where he scored this right hand, but then 50 seconds later this happens.
Andre needs to be careful about ducking down.
That was another beautiful knockout. He used his jab to blind Andre from the uppercut, which landed clean on his chin, rolling his eyes back like he's receiving back shots.
Whoa.
Obviously, 2023 was an amazing year for YouTube boxing, and hopefully next year we can see even bigger fights so we can make fun of people that lose. But this is my list for the best YouTube boxing fights in 2023. Comment down below if you agree or disagree, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss future videos.
Temper has no chance. Unfortunately, bro.
I'm gonna say this right now, bro. You're gonna have a hard time trying to touch me.
Whoa.
I really think you're underestimating me, but it is what it is, and you know, it's gonna be fireworks. You're gonna have a hard time trying to touch me.